Hello, everyone, and welcome back to The Way podcast, where we learn in English poco a poco or podcast by podcast. Today, we are looking at why students are choosing the LanguageCert exam versus other English certificate exams like Cambridge or IELTS. Okay, let's get into it.
Bienvenido al podcast de The Way. Si quieres aprender inglés y hablar con confianza, estás en el sitio correcto. Hemos ayudado a miles de personas como tú a mejorar su inglés y alcanzar sus objetivos. Visita nuestra web theway.es para conocer más sobre nuestros cursos online desde A2 hasta C1 y descubre cómo podemos ayudarte a avanzar en tu aprendizaje. Además, si necesitas una certificación oficial, también ofrecemos la opción de realizar el examen LanguaCert cómodamente desde casa.
Number 1, the reason why students are choosing the LanguageCert exam is because it is very flexible. That is a very big advantage. When I say flexible, I mean that there are options to do it online or there are options to do it in an academy. You can also do it from your house. There are many different ways to do the LanguageCert exam. Also, that it is not always having to be in a specific place. You can do it in an academy. For example, in our academy, we offer it to students inside the academy. For exams like Cambridge, you have to go to a different place, and sometimes students are intimidated. They find it very scary. They don't know the examiner, they don't know the place, and there's a lot of students that they don't know. So LanguageCert gives that flexibility of being able to do it where you want and when you want. So, number 2 is that the results are very quick. You get your exam back in about 2 weeks, right? You find out your results very soon and then you receive your certificate later. But if you are desperate and you are in need of a certificate very quickly for visas, for a job opportunity, for university applications, the fact that you can get the results very quickly is a big bonus. Number 3, the exams, in general, exams are very stressful, okay? I've had students cry in my class preparing for the Cambridge exam because there's a lot of pressure and there's a lot of expectations on different types of exams. But, for example, the speaking exam is very relaxed. Number 1, you might know the examiner. It's not really an examiner because the person that you do the exam with is not the examiner. They are the interlocutor. That means that they just facilitate the exam. But it's like this. When you go to a Cambridge place, for example, to do the exam, often you don't know the examiner, and also you have to work with a partner, right? Now that means that some students get very frustrated because they don't like having to depend on the partner. Although you are what's the word I'm looking for? Evaluated separately, the fact that you have to interact with another person, some people feel very stressed about this because they can't control their partner. So, in contrast, LanguageCert is a fantastic option because it is one-to-one. It's only you that's speaking with the interlocutor. For example, me. I would be your interlocutor and we would do the speaking exam together. And it's my job to try and highlight the best qualities in your speaking. I'm trying to make sure that you can create the best types of answers with the best types of sort of interaction between us. Number 4, in terms of advantages and why students are choosing LanguageCert, is the fact that it is also recognized internationally. So just like Cambridge, just like IELTS, it's another international exam that you can choose from. The prices are more or less the same, right? More or less. But it's accepted in government jobs. It's accepted by universities. It's accepted by employers. Actually, if you want to get a visa to go to Australia, now you can use the LanguageCert exam to get that, right? One thing is that it is one of the newer exams, right? LanguageCert has been around for a long time, like 10 years. And now, especially in Spain, if you're listening in another country, I don't know, but specifically for Spain, it's accepted in so many places for the police, for the correos, for the Renfe. There are so many places for oposiciones that you can do and use LanguageCert exam. Right. Number 5, in terms of the reasons why students are choosing LanguageCert, is the fact that there are no trampas, there are no tricks, there are no but there are no difficult aspects of the exam. And an exam like Cambridge is a very well-known, highly regarded, and well-respected exam, but a lot of students fail because it's full of difficult aspects, right, that don't really demonstrate your level. For example, use of English. If anyone that has done Cambridge knows that the activities of use of English is not real life situation. But listening is listening, and reading is reading, speaking is speaking, and writing is writing. You can or you can't. You either have the level or you don't have the level. It's either a B2 level speaking or it's not. You can either produce a C1 level writing or you can't. So there are no tricks. It's very clear. It's very straightforward. Super sencillo. Puedes o no puedes. Right. Now, depending on where you do it, I mean, I already mentioned, but I just want to clarify that the prices are more or less the same. Maybe LanguageCert is slightly cheaper, but it's not one of the big things I would consider students for choosing LanguageCert. Right. What else can I tell you about the exam? In terms of what's the word? Now I'm just rambling. In terms of advantages, one of the main reasons that I'm having students come into the exam are everything that I've already mentioned. It's very clear. There are no tricks. You speak with the examiner in, like, for example, me, the interlocutor, but also the fact that there's just less pressure overall. That's the thing that I'm hearing the most from students that are choosing LanguageCert, is that they don't feel the pressure. It's more real life situations. It's more real life type of speaking exam, real life type of writing for the writing exam. It's a real, it gives real evidence for what you can produce. And also the time of the writings and readings. You do the reading and writing exams together. So, for example, in the Cambridge exam, you have them all separate. So in terms of the actual sitting down and doing the exam, you need to make sure that you can structure your time correctly, because you will have 4 readings and 2 writings, and you have to make sure that you can manage your time accordingly. But most students feel that the time is more than enough, okay? If you have any questions about the LanguageCert, you can talk to us. Please message us on our social media. And we'll get back to you. We have a lot of students that are taking Cambridge and LanguageCert, but the way is trying to focus on LanguageCert because there are more than enough companies and academies that help students with Cambridge. Now we need to shine some light on some other exams. Okay, everyone, that's it for today. Message us if you have any questions, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye.
Si disfrutaste de este episodio y quieres llevar tu inglés al siguiente nivel, te invitamos a descubrir nuestros cursos online en thewell.es, diseñados para mejorar tu fluidez y confianza en situaciones reales. Hemos ayudado a miles de personas como tú a transformar su aprendizaje. Visita ahora thewell.es y realiza nuestro test de nivel interactivo de manera gratuita. Además, si necesitas una certificación oficial, también ofrecemos la opción de realizar el examen de LanguaCert cómodamente desde casa.